Hello everybody. 3 years ago, I did something incredibly stupid. I quit my full-time job to start a new automotive YouTube channel. Now, this was incredibly stupid for a couple of reasons. Number one, I had no prior experience in the automotive industry, in content creation, in being a YouTuber. So I had to learn to film, be on camera, edit, do all of the social media, thumbnails, everything. I did everything myself, and I still do. I am a one-man band YouTuber. But the other reason, in hindsight, that it's pretty crazy, is I'd just become a dad for the 4th time. And my youngest daughter was 4 or 5 weeks old when I posted my first video on this channel. It was incredibly irresponsible as a husband, as a dad, to risk everything on this crazy dream that I had. And for the first 18 months of the channel, it did look like I was crazy. It was making barely any money and it was hemorrhaging cash. But I owned my car at the time, the Aston Martin Dad B9. I owned that car outright. I'd saved and worked really hard throughout my 20s and early 30s in order to buy that car. And look, my thing was that I will burn through all of the cash that I've got in that car, plus a little bit more savings, just to see this through, just to see if it can work. And fortunately, around 18 months in, I got a sponsor. Then I got another sponsor and lovely subscribers and returning viewers. The numbers were going up. The views were good. And for the second 18 months, it was viable. My head was above financial water. So I guess it should come as no surprise really. Look, you got the sense. I'm not somebody who plays it safe. I'm someone who likes to bet on themselves. And that is why today, at the 3-year point, I'm going all in. I'm doubling down. No, excuse the pun, I am tripling down. What I'm trying to say is that I have mortgaged myself up to the eyeballs in order to move into a house which has got, and this will be music to the ears of any true car enthusiast, I've got a triple garage and a large driveway which has got lots of space for cars. So the capacity of what we can do here on the Dadcars channel now has just gone up massively. So why have I put myself under financial pressure right when things were looking calm on that front? Well, the reason is loads of people keep saying to me, Ben, you need to rent a unit because you can't just keep filming right in front of your house with your family. You know, there's YouTubers who don't have their family in their video who would never do that. So, you know, for obvious reasons, I couldn't continue doing what I was doing before. But I don't want to rent a unit. I don't want to leave the house to go to work every day and then come back. The whole reason I started this channel was because I was out of the house too much and I felt like my children were growing up too quick and I was missing it. So, you know, but that's where the man maths comes in. You know, basically this is how much it would cost to rent a unit somewhere. Well, what if I was to add that to my mortgage? What could I get? And so, yes, that's why I was able to justify the dream, which I've always wanted a triple garage. Come on. I'm sure there's loads of people watching that have always wanted a triple garage as well. So on the driveway itself, there's space for 5 cars without blocking anything in. Loads of space for cars, loads of space for me to be doing my filming. And then in here, in the triple garage, I've not got bored of saying triple garage yet. I've got big plans, okay? So this is real first world problems now, I know. But although it looks lovely, having the 3 separate doors, that's what looks the best externally and, you know, looks the most grand. It's actually a pain, right? Having these brick pillars in between. Reversing the Dadcars in here is horrible. And with it as it is, I'd only do this if I was storing it for some reason or working on the car. That's another exciting thing. Another reason why I've been trying to do this is I'll be able to do some more DIY stuff. Look, I'm never going to be, you know, like so many of the amazing guys on YouTube who that's all they do. But stuff like when the Range Rover recently broke, you know, the roof drains failed and I fixed it on the driveway, I quite enjoyed making that video and lots of people watched it. So now with having this garage, wow, the Range Rover is going to be the first patient that I'm fixing in here because I've got to strip all of the interior out of that Range Rover to get to the water underneath the carpet and replace the amplifier and potentially some other modules. Anyway, going back to the plans for the garage, I'm going to have to take this brick pillar out. So I'd have to put a steel up and then put a double door on, because then it'd be easy and really usable to actually just swing a car into here, just driving straight into the middle, and then you can access it all around as well. So if I've got the double doors there to swing the cars in nice and easily, obviously I'm going to clear all of this out. This is all just from my garage at the last house, because we couldn't get a car down there. Obviously garages just fill up with junk, don't they? We'll get rid of all of this, but that will leave a really good space here for me to put like the Chesterfield, the car behind, get another sofa of some sort. I like the idea of getting like the back seat from a really cool car and then turning that into another seat. I like the idea of that. Maybe making like a coffee table out of an engine or something as well. And then just get loads of cool stuff up on the walls, you know, things up on display behind. You just make it look like proper Dadcars HQ, you know, like a real car cave in here. But then I can film all of my sit-down videos here. And if I've got any of my fellow YouTuber friends down that are coming to visit me, we've got a space here as well to do some sit-down and chat videos. We definitely got to get JM in the Dadcars HQ. There is a damp issue in here as well, but it's not rising damp. I've dealt with rising damp in a past life, but this is actual penetrating damp. So I'm gonna have to get somebody to have a look at that. But what would you like to see in this Dadcars HQ, in this car cave that I'm building? You know, what things should I have? If you've got any ideas, comment below. Also as well, if there's any companies who do things for builds like this and they'd like to get involved, please reach out to me, because yeah, like I'm open, but I think we can have so much fun with this. And I hate reaching out to companies, being cheeky and being like, oh, I'm doing this in a video. Can I? It makes me cringe. I hate it. But yeah, if anybody would like to get involved, help, please reach out. My email address is on screen, or just send me a DM on Instagram. We've got some amazing videos coming up on the channel. We've got episode 2 of the F31 320D, which I bought for just £3,000 because it's not running right. So we're going to find out if that was cheap for a reason, or if I can fix it relatively inexpensively. The Range Rover video that I already mentioned, I'm going to strip out all of the ivory interior in here and see just how much water is underneath that carpet and how far it's all gone. I'm kind of scared to see just how bad it is. I've also got some epic Dadcars reviews coming up as well. I've got some amazing cars booked in the calendar. We've got some awesome press cars as well from brands that we've not worked with before. I'm excited about that. It's been nearly 1 year since I purchased the Dadcars. I mean, that's way longer than most YouTubers keep a Gran Turismo for. Normally they buy it, make a few videos and they get rid of it. So I've got a big video coming up soon on the Gran Turismo. And I just need to say the biggest thank you to you, to the people who are watching this video right now, who haven't clicked off. You know, it's you guys, you who've subscribed to the channel, who like the videos, who comment below, who watch them most weeks. It's literally, YouTube is viable only if you've got returning viewers, you know, returning viewers who are enjoying the channel. Because otherwise, if it's just channel which is kind of getting loads of views and then they get nothing, like you can't feed your family on that. So honestly, like all my dreams, my YouTube dreams, and like this as a job being a dream, like it's all come true because of you guys who are watching. It's really hard to say this and like it to sound genuine, but honestly, it does mean the world to me. When I started this 3 years ago, I had no idea if people would want to watch my videos, and yeah, like look where we are now. Like this is an absolute dream, and I'm just going to keep putting more and more and more into this YouTube channel. And the truth is, were it not for, in particular, the long-term committed channel partners that we got, the incredible Nextbase and Multimac, we would not be able to financially be where we are right now. So if you or anybody you know needs to get a dash cam for your family cars, make sure you get a Nextbase one and always use promo code Dadcars. Also, if you know anybody with 3 or more children, tell them about the Multimac. And who knows, I mean, I've never been financially further away from this becoming a reality, but who knows, maybe one day there'll be a Ferrari FF sat right here. You always believed in the Dadcars channel, didn't you, Monty? And people said it was too niche. But for the petrolhead parents who get the whole ethos of this channel, they're a special bunch, aren't they?